All right, so decided to bring it inside here because it was just too windy. So today, or this morning, I should say, I got up and my wife and I have been mowing over a decision out here, and it's something we've been talking about for. We actually initially thought about it a long time ago when we bought the property, and then we kind of did the numbers, and it just at the time it wasn't something we were ready to do because we didn't know what we were going to need it for, etc., etc. So what I'm talking about is purchasing a tractor, and not just a tractor itself, but actually something with a loader and a backhoe, and a couple other implements would be nice. Um, when you do it on paper, the math on paper versus say hiring it out to somebody, like let's say I want to put footers in for a building or something like that, right? Well, mathematically, I can actually pretty much determine the cost of that, just by simply getting a couple quotes from people, and I can just cut somebody a check. They come out, they get it done, it's done, gone, kind of like the septic was done. So initially, when we started doing the math, after I've been out here for a year now, or been coming back and forth here for a year, I'm actually able to get a better idea now of what actually needs to be done out here, what our goals are. Initially, I wasn't sure because it was kind of just like we have this land, now what? So I do think it's a good idea, if you buy property, to just not jump into a big financial decision like that right away. And most people that I've respected and listened to on podcasts or on YouTube videos have said the same thing. That you, especially a tractor, it's best to be on your property for a while before you just go out and buy one, because first of all, you're not going to know what you're going to want it for. You're not going to know what size you want. You're not going to know what projects you plan on doing, and this, that, and the other. So that's where we are. We've been sitting here. I've been sitting here with Excel, on my computer, just making this decision. We decided we are going to purchase something. We just don't know what yet, and we don't know if we're getting something used. We don't know if we're going to get something new. I don't even know if I'm going to get it from this country. So I'm looking even at Alibaba. Done some research on videos, and a couple of the brands of tractors that are enticing to me because of the price points. Um, they're plants. They're in China, and they sell the same tractor basically on Alibaba, just with a different name on it here. So, like Nordtrac's a good example. Now, I do realize that these tractors are not super high quality, so that's something that is going into the Excel spreadsheet too. So, we're not opposed to anything at this point. I've looked at John Deere, I've looked at Kubota's, LS, a few other brands, and so we're really trying to just nail it down. First of all, we kind of have a good idea of what we want, as far as like we want something definitely with a loader, definitely with a backhoe, because of just simply the work that I want to get done out here. It actually is something that will make sense. Now, financially speaking, it still doesn't pan out financially to buy a tractor unless you get a really cheap one, or a great deal on one, which good luck these days finding a deal on anything. It's still financially is still, it seems better to just pay people to do the stuff we want to get done. It's way cheaper, just to hire it out or even rent the equipment. But there is a part of me that wants to do some side work to make more money. So that's part of what I'm looking at while I'm doing this. So, homesteading is not cheap, it's not free, especially if you're actually trying to build a real house. And I'm not just talking about living, in a shack or something. I mean, we could do that, but that's not what we're here to do. So it's expensive to build a house. So I would like to do some kind of side work, for that I can work around my schedule out here. So the tractor's something I've been thinking about, but I would like to know what you think. Just go ahead and leave a comment below and just tell me what your thoughts are on a tractor. If you have one, if you regretted it, if you don't regret it, what brand, or if you're considering getting one yourself, because yeah, that's where I'm at right now. And this is not something that, we just jump into doing. We've been actually, I've visited this a couple times, and this one here, we're still, I would say, weeks away from making any kind of decision. So I would like to get people's input. Maybe there's something that I haven't already thought of. So if you could do that, that would be great. But meanwhile, I'm going to get back to work. Have a good day.